Throughout history, many royals have met their end in brutal and bizarre ways, whether through attacks, illness, or accidents. However, only one European royal has ever been killed by a monkey: King Alexander I of Greece, who tragically died at the age of 27 in 1920. Prince Alexander was born in 1893, the second son of Greece's King Constantine I and Queen Sophia, formerly Princess of Prussia. His ascent to the throne came in 1917, during the tumultuous period of World War I. The Entente powers, along with supporters of the influential Prime Minister Eleftherios Venizelos, forced King Constantine I and his eldest son, Crown Prince George, into exile. This left the young and relatively inexperienced Alexander to take up the mantle of kingship during one of Greece's most challenging times. His reign, though brief, was marked by significant events, including Greece's involvement in the war on the side of the Allies and the subsequent Greco-Turkish War. Alexander's relationship with the monarchy and his people was complex. He was seen as a puppet king, controlled by the powerful Prime Minister Eleftherios Venizelos and the Allied powers. In the summer of 1920, the royal gardens of Tatoi Palace were a serene escape for King Alexander I of Greece. The lush landscape, dotted with ancient trees and vibrant flora, was a testament to the palace's splendor. It was in this tranquil setting that the young king often sought solace from the burdens of monarchy. Accompanied by his loyal German shepherd, Fritz, Alexander would take leisurely strolls, enjoying the peace that nature afforded. The palace grounds were home to various animals, including a few pet monkeys belonging to the palace staff. These monkeys, though playful and seemingly harmless, had a mischievous streak that was well known among the servants. One late summer afternoon, King Alexander, unaware of the brewing storm, decided to take his usual walk with Fritz. The air was thick with the scent of blooming flowers, and the sun cast a golden hue over the landscape. As they wandered deeper into the gardens, they encountered a particularly feisty monkey, known to the staff as a troublemaker. This monkey, emboldened by its previous escapades, had taken a particular interest in Fritz. The German shepherd, protective of his master, growled at the monkey, which only seemed to provoke it further. In a flash, the monkey lunged at Fritz, biting and clawing. King Alexander, seeing his beloved pet in danger, rushed to intervene. He grabbed the monkey, attempting to pull it away from Fritz. In the chaos, the monkey turned its aggression towards the king, sinking its teeth into his hand. The bite, though painful, seemed inconsequential at the moment. However, the minor bite from the monkey was not as harmless as it initially seemed. Over the next few days, King Alexander began to experience swelling and pain in his hand. The palace doctors, initially treating it as a routine wound, soon realized the gravity of the situation as the infection spread rapidly. The king's condition worsened, with signs of sepsis becoming alarmingly evident. The medical team, despite their best efforts, struggled to contain the infection. The turning point came when Alexander's fever spiked, and he fell gravely ill. The once vibrant and energetic king was now bedridden, fighting for his life. As the infection ravaged his body, Alexander's strength waned. Despite the best medical care available at the time, the infection proved too severe. On October 25, 1920, just weeks after the bite, King Alexander I succumbed to his injuries. The suddenness of his death sent ripples of disbelief and sorrow throughout the kingdom. The untimely death of King Alexander I threw Greece into a profound state of shock and uncertainty. Already struggling with the after-effects of World War I and the ongoing Greco-Turkish War, the Greek populace was now faced with the bizarre and tragic loss of their young monarch. The story of a king meeting his end due to a monkey bite was so extraordinary that it seemed almost beyond belief. The royal family was particularly devastated by the news. Queen Sophia, already in exile with her husband King Constantine I, was overwhelmed with profound grief. Politically, the death of Alexander created a significant power vacuum. Prime Minister Eleftherios Venizelos, who had played a crucial role in installing Alexander as king, now found himself under immense pressure. Venizelos had relied on Alexander's nominal rule to secure the allegiance of the Allied powers and to maintain political stability within Greece. The king's sudden demise disrupted this delicate balance, throwing the nation's leadership into turmoil and compelling Venizelos to navigate an increasingly treacherous political landscape. Venizelos' strategy had been to use Alexander's position as a puppet monarch to push his own political agenda while keeping Greece aligned with the Allies. The political landscape grew more unstable as factions within Greece began to jostle for power and influence in the vacuum left by the king's death. The absence of a clear successor led to uncertainty and fear of further conflict, both within Greece and in its international relations. The immediate aftermath saw a surge in monarchist sentiment and calls for the return of King Constantine I. The Allies, initially resistant to this idea due to Constantine's perceived pro-German leanings during World War I, found themselves reconsidering their position. For the Greek people, the death of Alexander I was more than just a political crisis. It was a national tragedy that underscored the fragility of life and the unpredictability of faith. The immediate consequence of Alexander's death was a resurgence of monarchist sentiment and a clamor for the return of King Constantine I. The Allies, initially resistant to Constantine's return due to his perceived pro-German sympathies, eventually acquiesced. Constantine's reinstatement marked a dramatic shift in Greek politics, reversing the exile of the royal family and altering the course of Greece's involvement in international affairs. Reflecting on King Alexander I's legacy, it is clear that his brief reign, marked by both turmoil and a peculiar tragedy, left a lasting impact on Greek history. The story of his death serves as a poignant reminder of the unexpected ways in which life can change and the far-reaching consequences of seemingly minor events. It highlights the delicate balance of power and the vulnerability inherent in leadership. The king's story also resonates as a lesson in resilience, demonstrating how a nation can navigate through unexpected adversity and emerge with a renewed understanding of its own fragility and strength. What do you think about the bizarre and tragic story of King Alexander I? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this story intriguing, be sure to watch our next video on another fascinating moment in royal history. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more captivating tales from the past.